Hello everyone, welcome to JC eConnect. So, in this class, we will discuss regarding the storage of precast elements. So, in the prefabrication system, we'll be having different types of the structural members such as beam, column, wall panels, and even slabs. Like that, different members will be there. So, that one we need to store at a particular place before installing that one at the required location. So, in this class, how exactly we are going to store that one in a particular place? So, that is after the manufacturing process, we are going to store that one at a specified place where easily it should be accessible to the transportation system as well as the erection system. So, with respect to the introduction part, the storage which are provided in the yard and job site that should be adequate to permit the easy access and the handling of precast elements. So here we need to choose a particular place such that that place it should be easily accessible for the movement of those structural elements, and easily we can handle those, such as after the curing process we need to store that one at the required place, right? So that time, that place it should be nearer to the curing place, and even that place it should be even nearer to the transportation place also, right? I mean where that transportation vehicles can come and collect those elements, so that place as well as the curing place and even the storage place, so these should be nearer with each other. And even in the construction site, we need to place that one at a required location such that it should be easily available for that crane. I mean the whatever the crane place we are going to fix for that particular place, it should be very nearer. And here the area that whatever we are going to occupy for the storage process for this structural element, that it should be relatively firm and well drained to avoid any differential ground settlements which may damage the store elements. So here we need to select a particular place such that it should be easily it should be easily bearing that particular load which is coming from those elements. For example, in some cases usually we are going to place that one at a earth level, I mean on the ground level, so that time because of some the movement of the water might be that particular earth, it is going to get certain settlements in this process. So that time whatever we have stored the elements one over the other, so with respect to that settlement, even that materials also, I mean that elements also, it is going to be get differentiate, and again the stresses will get developed within the structural members, and later the cracks may get appear within the elements. So and even this particular place it should be well drained such that no water should come and occupy that particular place. Okay. And even though we are placing the different members like horizontal members and vertical members, that process of the arranging the elements, so that process it should be as per the standard sequence such that we need to maintain certain gap between one material to the other material, so that whatever the stresses will be getting developed within the members, that can be reduced. And here you can see the different methods which are used for this storage of the elements. So here stacking method, so stacking is nothing but the arrangement of the material arrangement of the structural elements, right? So that stacking method which is used for the storage of the precast elements, and even though which is also help to the elements to prevent from undue stresses and damages. So here the proper arrangement of the structural elements, it can be avoid the distresses, and even it can avoid the failure of the members. Here the storage process it can be with two types, that is storage of horizontal member and storage of vertical member. So here the horizontal and vertical members, they are differentiated with respect to that the members reinforced arrangements. So here the lifting as well as the handling of precast elements, it has been done by using the gantry cranes. So specifically, these particular gantry cranes have been placed in the manufacturing yard so that the movement of this structural element can be moved from one place to another place by using these gantry cranes. And the other approved lifting devices also can be used. And here the number and location of the lifting points have been decided such that the handling stresses which were always within the allowable limits. So certain limits have been placed such that the only that much of stresses should get developed during in the erection part. So depends upon that limits we are going to choose the gantry cranes. And here the members, some few members will be there. So such members which will be having unsymmetrical geometry of projecting sections, they are required the supplementary lifting points, right? So we need to provide some additional lifting points for them so that we can provide the different number of hooks within that, and then we can erect that one to the required locations. And here the precast so here the precast elements after demolding or curing activity, they were about to stack at a planned stacking area. Stacking area is nothing but the storage area. So this storage area, right, so the storage process, it can be done soon after the curing activity or else the demolding activity. And here those particular structural members were stacked at a planned stacking area to accommodate minimum 10 days of production of the precast elements as a buffer stock to maintain the uninterrupted supply of precast elements. So here, as per the design concepts as well as the specifications process, minimum 10 days of that storing ad can be used in the manufacturing process, or else even in the maximum, we can say even in the construction site also we can place that one for maximum 10 days, right? So that is the buffer durations what we have considered, like up to 10 days we can be stored that. So till that we can design those storage places. And here the stacking area that has been calculated depends upon the element detailing and method of stacking, right? So on an average we can say that around 136 precast elements have been cast per day. So depends upon that casting rate of casting, we can decide the area of that storage area, I mean the storage place. And here the precast elements such as the precast slabs, beams, and the staircases, landings, and even the elements which were stacked horizontally and supported with the strips of wood or batten across the full width of the bearing points. And here the precast walls, column, beam, wall panels that shall be stacked in a vertical position, they are supporting their self weights using the racks. Okay, and we'll study the one by one about this horizontal member and the vertical members. So we'll study one by one now, that is the types of the storage places, that is storage of horizontal members. So here horizontal members such as slabs, RC planks, beams, and hollow core panels, they can be stacked at a supported system, and they are separately using the strips of woods or battens across the full width of designated bearing points. So here you can see in this figure they have maintained a certain gap between one member to the other member. So they are like a horizontal members now. So for that horizontal members, they have maintained a certain gap between one member to other member, and that gap whatever which is placed, that can be filled by using the strips of woods, because the main intention of providing these wooden strips, that is, so whatever the stresses will get developed from one member to the other member, I mean the whatever the load which is going to be transferred from one member to the other member, so it is not directly going to be affect to the next successive members. So whatever the load which is there, so easily it can be beared and transferred by these wooden strips, so that no distresses will be getting developed within the member, so that we can reduce the number of cracks within the structural elements. And here the horizontal stacking of beams or slabs or columns that can be done with a suitable packers in the sense, it can be filled by using, whatever the gap portions will be there from one member to the other member, it can be filled by using this packers or support spacers. It's like it is going to be maintain certain gaps between one member to the other member. So here also you can see in the image, right? So that brown color wooden strips, whatever you can see, so it's like what the packers, or even we can call it as the support spacers. So and this storage, it should not be within 300 mm from lifting point, so it should be nearer to that lifting points, such that easily it can be lift from the storing place to the transporting vehicles or else to the required location, right? So here we need to maintain certain procedures, like we need to maintain the gaps between one member to the other member. So, and coming to the next part, that is the storage of vertical elements. So here you can see the vertical elements here, so how exactly they have been stored in the storage area. So here the vertical members, such as the facade panels and precast slabs, that should be stored vertically, that supporting their own weight using the racks with stabilizing walls, right? So here you can see how exactly they have stored the vertical elements such as wall panels and all. So that time they have been used certain racks, such that within that particular racks they can be stored these vertical elements without causing any distresses within its body. And here the vertical members, that vertical members should be aligned, and it should be stored vertically and braced in a position by racking system or a position. So here you can see in the diagram, right? So it is belongs to what is a like section here. So here also you can see, here also you can see, right? Though they are the supporting system, additional supporting system in the storing yard, right? So here we need to maintain the additional racking system, right? So here you can see the rackers, they have provided inclined from the ground level, right? So it is going to be withstand, support that particular rack, such that because of that excess load from the members, it should not be collapsed, right? So these are the additional supports which are provided in a position. Okay. And next, here you can see the storage of vertical elements, how exactly they have been stored by using the different stands as well as the racks, right? So here you can see the supporting system for this vertical members at the storing yards, right? And here also you can see, and then see, so this is in the manufacturing unit, in the factory. So before delivering that one to the required location, it has been stored in a proper places, such that no cracks should be developed at the part of the storing yards, right? So they are the storing of precast elements. You can see how exactly they have been stored, and here you can see even how exactly they have been placed the wooden battens between one member to the other member. So the advantages, the storages which are placed, it should be preferably close to the location where the precast elements are to be installed to minimize the risk of damage. So that rate of damage, which is again dependent upon the distance from the storing yard to the required locations, that where exactly it is going to be installed, right? So we need to choose that certain storing yard such that it should be very nearer to that installing locations. So like that we need to store that one in the constructing yards or else even in the manufacturing yards, right? And so here you can see This is just example that how exactly they have been given that which one is the correct and which one is wrong, right? So when they have placed these vertical members in the transporting vehicles, they have been provided the certain supporting systems here. So after placing this one in the transportation vehicles, we need to provide the standard supporting systems for this, right? And here providing only one thread or that cable which is not sufficient, again because of the stresses or uneven surfaces in the road, it can be damaged with the distress process within its body. So we need to fit that one properly such that no crack should be developed within its structures. So this is all about the storing of the precast elements. We can be seen this process in manufacturing yards and even in the construction factories. Okay, so we need to give more importance about the type of the material, I mean the type of the element, whether it is a horizontal member or a vertical member, and the type of soil which when it has been used in the construction site, or else which type of the floors we have, I mean the place we have, such that we can be store that one in a smooth surface such that no undulation should be present in that section.